Hi students, today we are going to discuss about the first chapter. I am making a video on first chapter, that is nutrition in plants. In this lesson we are going to study about the nutrition in plants. Okay. For in class 6 you have learned that food is essential for all living organisms. Food is essential for all the organisms. You also learned that carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals are components of food. So food is essential for all the living organisms, and carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals are components of food. These are the different components of food. All these together they will make food. Okay. These components of food are called nutrients. These components of food all together, they are called as nutrients and are necessary for our body. Nutrients are necessary for our body, for the development of our body, for the growth of our body. Okay. So I think that nutrient means what? It is the clear concept that carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals all together they will make components of food. So these components of food is known as nutrients. Nutrients are essential for the total overall development of our body or growth of our body. All living organisms require food. Okay. All the living organisms require food. Plants can make food themselves, but animals, including humans, cannot make their food. Okay. They get it from the plants or animals that eat plants. See, plant can prepare their own food, but animals cannot prepare their own food. They are dependent on the plant or other animals. Okay. Thus, human and animals are directly or indirectly they are dependent on the plants. Okay. So we have two types here. Plants can prepare their own food, and animals they can't prepare their own food. So that's why they are dependent on the plants and other animals which eat plants. Okay. Animals are dependent on the plant and plant products. So that's why humans and animals are directly or indirectly they are dependent on the plants. Okay. Keep in mind this one. So next we have mode of nutrition in plants. So mode of nutrition in plants. Plants are the only organisms that can prepare food for themselves by using water, carbon dioxide and minerals. So plants are the only one creature they can prepare their own food by utilizing the water, carbon dioxide and minerals, sunlight. So these all together utilizing they will prepare their own food. Okay. The raw materials are present in their surroundings. They will accumulate all the raw materials from their surroundings, from the soil, from the environment, from the sun. All together they will accumulate and they will prepare their own food. Okay. The nutrients enable living organisms to build their bodies, to grow, to repair damaged parts of their bodies and provide the energy to carry out life processes. See here, what they are saying means the nutrients enable living organisms to build their bodies. Nutrients will help in the building the bodies, for the development of our body, for the growth of our body, to grow, to repair the damaged parts of our body also taken by the help of these nutrients. Nutrients will help in the repairing the damages which are taken place on our body and provide the energy to carry out the life process. So it will use the energy to carry out the life process like respiration, digestion, excretion, heartbeat. These all together they will make the action by the help of these nutrients. Okay. So nutrition is the mode of taking food by an organism. Nutrition is the mode of taking food by an organism and its utilization by the body. Nutrition means intaking of food and utilizing it by our body. Nutrition means andre ಏನು? Nutrition means it is a intaking of food and utilizing the useful substance which are present in our food that by our body. The mode of nutrition in which organisms make food themselves from simple substance is called autotrophic. See, the organism or the living creature which prepare their own food by simple substance by themselves, they are known as autotrophic nutrition. Okay, auto means self, they can prepare their own self. Okay, tropes means nourishment, auto nourishment, self nourishment, autotropism, or else we can say autotrophic. Autotrophic means self nourishment, auto means self, and tropes means nourishment, self nourishment. Okay, so therefore plants are called autotrophs. So that's why plants are called autotrophs. Why? Because they can self-nourish themselves. So that's why they are known as autotrophs. Plants are known as autotrophs. Animals and most other organisms take in food prepared by the plants. Animals and most other organisms take in food prepared by the plants. Okay, we eat plant products for our development of our body, and other animals also they will eat plant and plant products. They are called heterotrophs. The animals which are dependent on the plant products or plant directly or indirectly, they are known as heterotrophs. Hetero means other. So their nourishment was taken by the others. Hetero means other. Okay. Now we may ask where the food factories of plants are located. In plants, where the food production takes place, where the food factories were located. Whether food is made in all parts of a plant or only in certain parts, you have to come to know that where the food preparation takes place in which part of the plant the food production takes place. How do plants obtain the raw materials from the surroundings? These are some questions you may come in your brain. How do they transport them to the food factories of plants? All together we will come in this mind, these questions. So we will see one by one. Photosynthesis is a process in which plants prepare their own food. So we will see by step. Photosynthesis, food making process in plants. Photosynthesis means it is a food making process in plants. It is a process in which production of food takes place. Leaves are the food factories of plants. Leaves are the location where the food is prepared in the plant body. So therefore all the raw materials must reach the leaf. All the raw materials should reach the leaf. Water and minerals present in the soil are absorbed by the roots and transported to the leaves. Once again I will repeat, water and minerals present in the soil are absorbed by the roots and transported to the leaves. Okay. Carbon dioxide from air is taken in through the tiny pores present in the surface of the leaves. See how they will absorb the carbon dioxide from external environment into the plant body. How they will absorb means, so on the leaves they have small holes or pores. Pores means small holes. They will help in the intaking of carbon dioxide. Okay, that small holes will help in the intaking of carbon dioxide. These pores are surrounded by the guard cells. They are surrounded by the guard cells. Such pores are called stomata. The small holes present on the leaves are known as stomata. That small holes will help in the intaking of carbon dioxide and outgiving of oxygen to the external environment. Okay. So water and minerals are transported to the leaves by the vessels which run like pipes throughout the root, the stem and branches and the leaves. See, water and minerals are transported throughout the plant body by the tube-like structure which are present in the plants. So they are known as tissues. Okay, they will transport the water and minerals to the different parts of the body. They form a continuous path or passage for the nutrients to reach the leaf. They are called vessels. The tube-like structure which supplies the water and minerals to the different parts of the plant, they are known as vessels. You will learn more about the transportation of minerals, materials in plants in chapter 11. Okay, in chapter 11 they are going to give a more brief introduction and deep knowledge about this transportation of food and material, food and water substances in plant body. They will give the detailed explanation in the chapter 11. Okay. So next we are having the leaves have green pigment. So why the leaves looks like green? The leaves have a green pigment that is called as chlorophyll. So why the leaves will looks green means that leaves have one pigment called chlorophyll, so that's why it looks green color. It helps leaves to capture the energy from the sunlight. That green color pigment will help the leaves to capture the sunlight from the external environment. This energy used to synthesize. Synthesize means prepare. This energy, this sunlight will utilize it to synthesize or prepare the food from carbon dioxide and water. This sunlight will help in the breakdown of carbon and water. Carbon dioxide and water, they both together mix and they will form carbohydrates. Okay? So carbon dioxide is breakdown and water also breakdown. This carbon will separated and in water hydrogen is separated. This carbon and hydrogen combines together, they will form carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are nothing but the nutrient. Okay, it is a one type of nutrient. Since the synthesis of food occurs in the presence of sunlight, see, the preparation of food takes place in the presence of sunlight. Without the presence of sunlight, they can't prepare their food. Okay, so it is called as photo. Photo means light. Synthesis means prepare. Only in the presence of light they can prepare the food. Photosynthesis. Photo means light and synthesis means preparation of food. Okay, photo means light. Synthesis means preparation or prepare. So we find that chlorophyll, sunlight, carbon dioxide and water are necessary to carry out the process photosynthesis. So what are the necessary raw materials to conduct the photosynthesis process means sunlight, minerals, water, carbon dioxide. So these are essential for the process called photosynthesis. It is a unique process on the earth. The solar energy is captured by the leaves and stored in the plant in the form of food. Okay, the solar energy is captured by the leaves and stored in the plant in the form of food. Thus, sun is the ultimate source of energy for all the living organisms. Sun is the ultimate source for all the living organisms. Okay, you can imagine life on earth in the absence of photosynthesis. Without photosynthesis, we are nothing. We can't come on this earth. Okay. In the absence of photosynthesis, there would not be any food. The survival of almost all organisms directly or indirectly depends upon the food made by the plants, besides oxygen, which is essential for the survival. So oxygen is very essential for the survival. Okay. So you can see here, of all organism is produced during the photosynthesis. In the absence of photosynthesis, life would be impossible on the earth. Without photosynthesis process, life would be impossible on the earth. See here, you can see in this picture. So by sunlight, the leaves will absorb the sunlight by the help of chlorophyll. Okay, that carbon dioxide is breakdown into carbon, and by the help of this one water and minerals, the carbon dioxide and hydrogen which is present in the water, both they will combine and they will make preparation of carbohydrates. Carbohydrates is nothing but the one type of nutrients. They will intake carbon and they will outgive the oxygen. Okay, so this is how the photosynthesis process takes place in the plants. Okay, so this much is enough for today class. So we'll discuss the upcoming session. Discuss the chapter in the upcoming session. If you have any doubts in this chapter, you can comment in the comment box. We will give the answer to your doubts. Okay, thank you guys. See you in the next session. Take care. Have a nice day. Bye.